What's going on YouTube? Ledger here once again. This time at you again with some more Genshin Impact. Yes, that's right, we're back at Genshin Impact, right? And we've been talking about Star Rail so much. Let's talk about the original game, the OG, and see what's going on over here. You know, there should be lots to talk about in Genshin, of course. I mean, there's all kinds of content, right? Right? I mean, there's the whole, yeah, well, alright, maybe there isn't too much to talk about in Genshin right now. A lot of you guys know. That there's not a lot to talk about in Genshin, just from the reaction from the community itself, right? You know, I haven't been talking about Genshin too much. You look at other content creators, they haven't been talking about Genshin too much. When you just look at just the viewership when it comes to Genshin altogether, if you pay attention to Twitch, things like that, it's gone down. And this is to be expected, because Sumeru was basically done with. We got all the characters, we've gone through the dendro, we've gone through the story, everything's done. Sumeru's done with. Did everything we needed to do. So now we're just waiting for the next thing, which is Fontaine. But Fontaine's not coming yet. It's not coming this patch, and since we got no drip marketing, it's not coming next patch either. So we're gonna be sitting here waiting a lot. And lo and behold, we got a brand new game from Hoyoverse that everybody's talking about, Star Rail. Right? Star Rail this, Star Rail that. To be honest, if you don't like Star Rail and you're in the Genshin community, I feel bad for you, because you've been getting hammered with Star Rail content left and right. So I feel bad for you, you know. But yeah, that's the thing, you know, people are talking about this quite a bit. But it does make you think, well, everybody's talking about this Star Rail as if it's a competing game, but it's from the same company. The same company made it. So a lot of people are thinking, oh, well, you know, it's this Genshin versus Star Rail type of thing. But at the end of the day, no matter what, Hoyoverse still wins. So it makes you think, did they do this on purpose? Because this is a perfect situation for them, right? Genshin's dead. So they have another game that's live that can take all your attention, and people pay the money into that. You know, people are comparing the Sealy banner and the Raiden banner, because that was the highest solo banner for Genshin. And Sealy beat it in the CN iOS sales, right? So people are thinking these things. They're like, all right, well, you know, like Star Rail's having this big, old, great introduction and everything like that. It's breaking records. But like I was saying, you know, Hoyoverse still wins at the end of the day. So it does make you think. I do think that it was planned to a certain extent, that they knew that a slow patch was coming. So this was the perfect time to release Star Rail. I think that was their plan, and I think that they might continue this little thing going on. So, because it makes you think, well, when do you think ZZZ is going to release? Well, maybe when Fontaine is all done with. That's the kind of thing that I'm thinking about right now in terms of the state of Genshin and why this is happening. And, you know, I do think that they might be kind of selling this dead period a little bit too much here. I mean, I don't know if maybe it's just that they can't help that the fact that it's going to be dead. They can't do much about it. But if they're kind of letting it happen, you know, maybe they should pull back a little bit, because I feel that with this, people are starting to realize, like people that weren't burnt down to Genshin before, are starting to realize how burnt out they really are in terms of Genshin. Yeah, because you have a lot of like that you can see, like people that I've talked to. That have been playing Genshin, people who, like even CCs, you know, a lot of you guys have probably seen them, where they're, like the people who were playing Genshin every day, they barely touched it since Star Rail came out, you know, and I believe a large part of that is that people are starting to realize the things that they're missing, that they've been wanting Genshin to do, it's starting to take its toll now. You know, it's starting to take its toll, because they've gotten a glimpse of what they actually wanted, right? And that's why they just left Genshin in the dust like that. So I think the collateral damage with this is that people are starting to realize that. So when Fontaine comes, I don't know if it's going to have a big as an impact as it did with Inazuma and Sumeru, right? I do think people are going to come back. I do think that people are going to be there in open arms. You know, I've barely been playing Genshin myself, but I know if I see my babe Arlecchino on that screen, best believe I'm hopping the game on and I'm jumping in there and I'm doing all the, you know, I'm doing all the story quests and I'm back in Genshin full-fledged. But Is everybody going to do that? Because I don't think they will. I do think that Genshin has taken a bit of a dive, and unless they do something really big besides just releasing a new area, a new region, then they could lose a lot of their player base, a lot of their veteran player base that's not coming back. Because I do feel that Genshin has done so many great things, but the one thing that they've done wrong is that they've neglected their veteran player base, especially the veterans that actually enjoy the combat content. So I do think that the state that Genshin is now is going to be a bad thing for Hoyoverse in the long run. Luckily, they do have Star Rail to catch a lot of those players. But at the end of the day, I do think it's going to end up being a negative towards the company. Also, keep in mind, too, that even though Genshin might not go back to where it fully was before, it was so far on the top that it's still going to be considered a success. So we'll see. We'll see what the future holds and how this is going. But this is I just want to kind of open up a discussion with this. What do you guys think when it comes to the state of Genshin right now? How it's looking, what's going on? Because in terms of that, so definitely comment your thoughts down below. I definitely want to know what you guys think of the current state of Genshin, how it is, how it's going to recover from this dead period. How do you feel about this dead period? Has it changed your mind at all in terms of Genshin and how it's operating here? Because me personally, it's made me realize how annoyed I've been with Genshin. And that's why I've putting Genshin on the back seat and such. I was actually going to make a whole, Baizu Teams video, and I just never went through with it because I just didn't feel like turning on the game, So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comment your thoughts down below. Like the video if you like the content, of course. More Genshin content will come your way, but of course, Sorrow might take the brunt of that content right there. And can you blame me, But yeah, but Genshin content will come back as soon as it picks back up. I'm not leaving this game no matter what. I've invested too much. I'm here for the long haul. I'm going to Connery. I'm going to Celestia. I'm going all the way, all right? But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And with that, I'll end it there. Let us know.